Hi, I'm Matthew Giffin. I'm a visual artist, musician, and writer, and I'm having a solo exhibit at Helio Gallery in Toronto, Ontario. This show consists of new work dating from 2018 and 2019, combined with some older pieces going all the way back to 1981. There's a couple of illustration samples from the mid-90s, plus some digital composite images that date back to about 2007. Well, my approach is to have my work be it's a kind of a meditation that allows me to observe and participate in the creative process of life. I don't approach it from a conceptual point of view, it's more a process of discovery. Each piece tells a story, but it's up to the viewer to bring his or her own creativity to the work to complete the circuit. That's how I see it, as these windows of possibility into creativity. I was born in Windsor, Ontario, but grew up in downtown Detroit. The contrast between these two places is far greater than the short distance that separates them. Growing up in both of these places, embodying those differences, played a central role in my development as an artist and creative professional. I began working on a series of pencil drawings in late 1980 after leaving the Center for Creative Studies in Detroit after one semester. These drawings became the foundation for my first solo exhibit in New York City just a couple of years later.
Maureen is on assignment in Toronto tonight, but she's left us this report on a young Windsor artist whose works are getting a lot of attention in the Big Apple.
The paintings and drawings you see are part of an upcoming exhibit at a New York gallery. The exhibit is titled Anonymous Fame. That title becomes more meaningful once you meet the artist of these works, 24-year-old Matt Giffin. As living artists go, he's already achieved a certain amount of fame and distinction. He was offered several one-man art shows by prominent Manhattan galleries after his first open art exhibit in Washington Square.
I was offered a few shows by various galleries in Manhattan.
I showed in the East Village and also in Soho. And it just so happened that I was under contract to a Helio Gallery in New York City.
His works mostly deal with the spiritual, mystical type themes, very colorful. I can just feel the effort and the love and the attention you put into each little piece. It's really a finished, like, masterpiece type work. Are you working to make masterpieces?
It's nice that you say all that. I try to make masterpieces. I hope to communicate the joy that I feel in life and being alive. And I think that's a way of making artwork that's relevant and also inspiring to people that will see it.
I can look at your work now and say, God, that's a Matt Giffin. I mean, you've got your style. Mm-hmm. And I think for someone as young as you are, that's quite an amazing feat that you've found this area to work in.
I like the way images flow into one. I like seeing like a bird turn into a man and a man turn into a star or whatever. That's how I think. I think that's how just about everybody. That's how intuitively, you don't think in a linear way. It's like you think in a dreamlike way. Mm-hmm. And that's where the images come from. It's very Jungian, it's very subconscious. It's like dreaming. You know, you wake up and you have a dream, and later on you may realize what that dream is about.
I showed for 12 years in East Village and Soho, and after that, did illustrations for Atlantic Monthly, Los Angeles Times, many corporate clients. These were both done for the Toronto Globe and Mail. This one is called In the Gallery, and it's consciously done in a Picasso-esque kind of style. The article was about observing people in an art gallery, reading their body language as they respond to the different pieces of art that they see. Illustration and design both present contrasting experiences to creating art in that they serve a practical and immediate function, either to enhance a written article or to express a general direction of a brand. All of the work I have done in these areas, either as an illustrator, as senior designer for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, or as art director for Sir Paul McCartney, has been informed by the experience of creating personal art.
I do these combinations of vibrations like
It's not an us and them situation, it's all us.
After that, formed a educational resource called Story Values based on storytelling, art, and music. It was used in all of the schools in Toronto. Eventually, we opened a branch of that business called Kapow Kids in China.
嗨，马修叔叔，你有和鸟有关的歌曲吗？
Ni hao, Billy. Yes, I have a song about birds.
Birds are black, birds are blue, some are red and yellow too, white and purple, even pink. Birds are perfect, don't you think?
What I'm doing is opening a door of participation to the viewer. People can bring their own interpretation, their own creativity to the act of viewing art. I'm very excited right now to be back working full-time as an artist. I have a new body of work that I'm working on and a new studio, and I'm looking forward to getting the work out in front of people, having that conversation that art is between the artist and the viewer.